We have received many questions, but we were also asked by some delegates if they could give some comments. So I'd like to pass the microphone on to Mirella. Yeah, if you can use that microphone back there, please. Yeah.
Rachel Mapinga is not here.
We can contact her. Oh, it's not working.
Yeah, but don't take it away from me. Okay.
My name is Mirela Holy, and I'm a member of Croatian National Parliament. And I also have a PhD from ecofeminism, so my point of view is maybe more radical one. I think that the main cause of the climate changes is our way of thinking. Mass consumption of fossil fuels, overproduction of food, and other goods are just consequences of this way of thinking, according to which we humans, especially white Western male humans, are masters of our planet. Unfortunately, many of us, I think of women also think that it's natural that we master our other species on the planet Earth. We are taught to be consumers, to buy and to spend, and this is the grassroots of the whole problem, of the problem of climate changes. So I would like to emphasize that only change of our attitudes, of our way of thinking, can provoke real positive change. According to this point of view, I hope that we will incorporate this issue on Manila Declaration. We must start to think about ourselves not as about masters, and we must promote bioethical approach to a life. So I hope that we will be able to do that in Manila Declaration.
Sorry, Ira, you wanted to make a comment as well?
So thank you. My name is Ira Kalela and I come from Finland. My background is the environment. I have been working some 25 years in the Finnish Ministry of Environment, and in that capacity also had the pleasure of cooperating most of you, Irene, Rebecca, and Lorena. So I'm not going anymore to the, you hear me? Anymore to these excellent presentations of this session where we learned about the impacts of climate change and particularly on its impacts on women. I think that we have enough convincing information already in that way that IPCC is indicating that the poorest people will suffer most and 70% out of this poor will be women. We heard also, let's say, convincing figures on the adaptation side, so agriculture, water, so that 80% of food production in Africa is in hands of the women. So there was a question here that will this be an additional burden to women? Unfortunately, not. It will be. Women cannot avoid because they have to take care of the food and water even in the changed situation. And now the question is, how can we then help the women, provide necessary information and access to resources, in particularly to land? That is the question we should discuss. We should not discuss anymore, can women participate, because they have to, and now we have to see how to help and facilitate this. So first step on our agenda for action should be information sharing. And Rebecca was already kind enough to explain that after this marvelous meeting in Asia, there will be another meeting of women leaders in Africa, and that would be particularly targeted to African leaders. So this will be in Monrovia from the 7th to 8th of March. Please note this already in your calendars, and I will be glad to share with you the information on this meeting. I have invitation letters and the background information with me. Then Rebecca was already talking about the negotiations, so was also Lorena. And now I'm participating in this discussion in a capacity of a delegate coming to Poznan. And Finland will definitely nominate women in the delegation. The leaders of the Finnish delegations have been since 1989 when we started to prepare for Rio Women. So I was that time co-chairing our climate negotiations. And the present leader is also a woman. And I would appeal now to you, high civil servants and politicians present, please follow our example. Nominate the women to the delegations. Then what we are also going to do as a minor facilitation is that we are reserving some financial assistance to the participation of the women of the developing countries, and we give priority to the least developed ones. We are now creating a new piece of international law. Hopefully it will be ready by the end of next year. And we are all, I think, convinced here that this piece of the international law, the new regime on climate change, needs to involve the women. We can follow the model of desertification, for instance. But this is not yet enough. We have witnessed already so many times that the law remains on the paper and the life takes another path. What is even more important then is that we see now the programs, what the Climate Secretariat is developing for supporting the implementation of the new regime. And there we need to pay attention to gender aspect. And it is really important that we have specific adaptation programs and capacity building as well, which are taking women on board. And one option could probably be that the alliance would then, together with the adaptation fund, develop the capacity